start where I started about a month ago now, exactly 30 days. And yeah, I remember coming out here to this rock, kind of feeling like I wasn't really excited for the first day. I was kind of like, let me just get the fuck up a hill and sit there and kind of bathe in nature and see what happens. But yeah, I sat here for an hour and I remember just thinking, okay, this is quite a long time just sitting in one position. But it's something that I've grown really fond of and I've started to really enjoy. Um, I'm completely blessed to have this forest behind where I've been living here in Portugal, Cascais, and I'm gonna miss this place. I'm really gonna miss this place. But the gift that it's given me is that I know now deep down that I only want to live where I have this at my doorstep, where I have a forest or I have the beach. And I've really just come to appreciate how healing and powerful nature is as a tool just to connect to our truth, connect to who we are, cut out all the bullshit, almost step above your problems. The things that seem so major and big in your life really seem small when you're in nature, and you really start to realize that there's so much more to life than stressing about client emails and expectations and ideas about success and all of this stuff. Having that moment of time to reset and think about life from a different perspective and think about what's important in life. So yeah, it's been flipping awesome, man. It's been a great journey. I'm grateful I committed to doing an hour in nature every day. I know for sure that wherever I do end up in this world, it will be close to this. It will be close to a forest. It'll be close to places where I can walk and I can bathe in nature and I can get away from the bullshit. It's not even getting away from the bullshit, it's like you got to do it, man. You got to get in there and sometimes you got to play the game. You got to play the game and you got to play it fucking hard. You got to do your best and you got to go in and give it your best shot. But sometimes when you do that, if you get lost in that and you externalize everything, you externalize yourself in the results you get in work, the success you achieve, the way people treat you. If you get lost in that as something that is outside of yourself and you find all of your value externally, that is when it becomes a problem. And that's when retreating into nature, retreating into the sea, retreating into all of these beautiful things that the world provides us as free, that we have available to us for free. That's how you connect to what's important in life. And I think just remembering that, play the game, play it hard, but also remember to connect to yourself, honor your body and honor your mind by just being a bit more quiet and allowing yourself to listen to the breeze, listen to the trees, listen to the bees, and just flow with life a bit and just remember that we're part of this. We're not separate from it. And I think that's something that I really struggled with when I was living in London. And I was surrounded by just concrete, glass, motors. And yes, there's a big bustling vibration and energy in a city like London, but at the same time, you do get disconnected from reality, I guess. Depends what you mean by reality, but for me, this is real. This is what's real. This is what is true. And it feels like where I belong, It feels like where you belong. It feels like home. And where it's been so foreign for so long, actually, that is where I felt most foreign, was when I was living in a city. I think when I first moved into London, I was just flipping awestruck by how incredible the city was. And, I think when you're a young dude and maybe aren't really thinking about, you're thinking about survival, you go into the city and it's all about survival. It's like, how can I survive? And I guess when you start to live a bit and you start to realize what's important, so yeah, don't need to babble on too long, but yeah, I think I feel a bit sad. I feel a bit sad that I'm going to be leaving here. Been here for 3 months now, really connected with the place, and going to be leaving while I try and organize a visa so I can come back here. And yeah, it's been awesome. It's been a beautiful journey. It's been healing. It's shown me that there is more to life than living in a city and not being surrounded by things that you love and things that light you up and things that you enjoy. Having a place like this that you can come and meditate and sit on a rock and just breathe and listen to the wind is something that everyone should have access to. Now, I know that's not always realistic. You know, we all live in suburbs, and trust me, man, I've done that my whole life. But it's been really liberating moving somewhere where it is linked and it emanates and it vibrates with my values around freedom, health, wealth, happiness, fitness, nature, baby. We're in nature, baby. So, yeah, it's been an awesome journey, and I just encourage you, whoever you are, to commit to time in nature every day. You know, when I was living in London, I remember going down to the park, and I remember sitting under a big tree, me and my girlfriend called Atlas, and just hugging the tree. And you know, deep down, like, I know that I needed more than that, man. I needed to be surrounded by it. And the vibe and the pace of life is just different here. The funny thing is, like, I've been more productive here than I was ever in a city. You know, I can go in and I can work, focus, but then I can come out and I can have my time where I'm just recalibrating and touching base with what's real and touching base with what is important to me. So yeah, it's been an amazing month. I'm very grateful that I committed to it, and I'm very grateful to have the opportunity and to be in a place like this. And yeah, I just want to thank myself, you know, thank myself for putting myself out there, facing my fears, following my heart, knowing that there was more out there for me, and damn straight there is. So if you have feelings, itchy feet about where you want to move, you want to get out of the place you're in, the situation you're in, if it's not vibing with you, you can do it. You know, it might take a few years hard work or running a business or saving up some money. It's exactly what I did. So yeah, I was thinking today when I was riding my bike, I was like, I should actually honor my ability to manifest, because I've manifested this, man. And sometimes you don't appreciate the things that you dream about come true, and then when they happen, you don't really appreciate that it's something that you've dreamed around and you've dreamed about for years. And now that I'm finally here, you know, just taking a moment to thank myself for making certain decisions, for persisting, for being brave and overcoming my fears, so that I can be in a position where I can live somewhere that is aligned to my values, and somewhere that the flow of life is more aligned to what I naturally flow and vibe with. And it feels good, it feels great in the soul, and I know where I want to live now. You know, I know what I want to do, and I know where I want to be. I want to be surrounded by beautiful forests and the ocean, and whatever is in between that can be between that. But as long as I've got those two elements, the earth and the water, then I'm good. Yeah,